Hey, welcome everybody to another live stream. I appreciate y'all stopping by wherever you're watching from. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. The topic today is it's ironic that we come to the Philippines to escape stress when Filipinos have the highest stress levels within the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. But of course, this is your live stream, and we're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. And of course, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that because every country everywhere has stress. But I just thought it was ironic, and I just wanted to talk about it for a little while to kind of bolster my argument that we don't know enough about the Philippines before we come over here. And I think that's very important. Shout out to the NTZ crew. There's Michael Beach Alive, Jacob Tanjay. Thank you so much, man. I hope Michael Beach Alive, him and his girlfriend can come to the meet and greet. He's got a great idea. We're going to have a hot seat there. So if you come, be ready for the hot seat. The peso today is 53.65. I haven't seen it that low in a while. A lot of the talk about it hitting 60, I guess it fell by the wayside because it's 53.65. I'm not going to panic. As long as it's over 50, I'm fine. This is the time. If you're over here, you need to be saving some money. I don't know what's going on, but it's going slipping, man. It was 59 something at one time. Ban Jammy says you won't stress. It's when your right hand can't slap your left hand. Oh wow. What's up, 53 Shades Darker? He says 11 likes and it hasn't even started. Well, you must be new because Ian, we start doing that because hell, sometimes before my live stream started, we'd have 5 or 6 uh, thumbs down. Yeah, let's hit the like button today, guys. What's up, Jeffrey? I want to welcome my old heads, Jeffrey Chatter, Stylish Over 60, Quintessential One, all you guys, man. Retired 2019, Yusuf, 53 Shades Darker. Y'all know who y'all out there. Any new viewers to the live stream and those catching me on replay. But let me read some stuff because, whenever I talk about a subject like this, I got to back it up. And I'm going to put the link in there. I haven't did it yet to a great article on this. And it's several articles that I read about this. And 2 of the articles were pre-pandemic. So, you can't use the pandemic and the lockdowns as an excuse. But one of the surveys was done by the SWS, which is it's like the Gallup poll in the West over here. It was done, it's actually called the Social Weather Stations. December 16th to the 19th, 2019, they polled 1,200 Filipinos face to face from Luzon, the balance of Luzon, Metro Manila, Visayas region, and Mindanao. And they found out that 1 in 4 Filipinos said they frequently experience stress in their daily life. 37% said they sometimes suffer stress. 34% said they rarely experience it. 2% said they never experience it. But women were more stressed than men. This is important because we coming over here for women. They're more stressed than men. It's more stressful in Manila than any other place. And it says, and the people in the cities are more stressed than the people in the province. But let me say this because let me see, his name was Dr. There's a doctor that I quoted on here. Yeah, according to Dr. Renardo Ellen Pano, he says stress is a vital part of one's life. If you're living a life without stress, you need to strike a balance. He says no stress, no performance. And I agree with him with that. We need some stress, some stressors in our life. But this is the one that really got me. He said that this, according to this article, it says, wait, I might, okay. Um, a Gallup poll was conducted from 2021 to early 2022, and 48% of Filipinos said they were experiencing stress in their daily lives, mostly at work and with and school. But of course, you know, there was other things like the traffic, natural disasters, never-ending road repairs, they said over here, personal relationships, life changes such as pregnancy or death of a loved one. You know, and I just thought that was ironic because, you know I came over here to escape stress, not realizing that Filipinos are stressed too. They have the highest stress levels of anybody in Southeast Asia, and they also have the second highest rating as far as being sad, and the second highest is being angry. Well, I didn't know that. This stuff is new to me, but it all makes sense, man, when you live over here. See, we don't experience the same Philippines as the masses. So, you know, because 99% of us don't work, we don't go to school, so we can stay on the beach all day. We can relax. There's no demands or anything on us. Most of what we deal with is the life changes, the natural disasters, the relationship problems. But I just thought, and some of the ways, you know, that Filipinos deal with stress over here, because one of my best investments over here was 1,800 pesos I spent for a karaoke machine, never knowing that that was one of the ways that they relieved their stress. Never knowing that, you know, Filipinos use this as an outlet. Even if you can't sing, they pick up that microphone and, man, miracles happen after that. So we got it in the living room, and I encourage it. You know, a lot of people say, I don't want to hear that stuff, but I encourage it up to a certain hour at night, because anybody can pick that microphone up. Even the 8-year-old can pick that microphone up when she's not feeling herself and start singing. Okay. Well, you know, you're right. You're right. But you have to live over here to understand it, and to say that they're not stressed over here. Stress is everywhere. The doctor said it's a part of living. It's a vital part of living. And when you're dealing with some of the problems that people are forced to deal with over here, there's going to be stress, man. So it doesn't matter whether you believe it or not. We're not on here to argue, you know. Yeah, come on. And see, we really don't want to debate, though. You know, we really don't want to debate on here. I just wanted to bring it up, guys. It's ironic, right, that we come over here to escape stress. My point is, many of you didn't know that. We know so little about the Philippines, but we want to sell everything and move over here. You're jumping from the frying pan into the fire, man. You know, people are stressed over here. He says there's a saying that if you like what you do, you never work a day. Absolutely. But, you know, we trying to just start the conversation. Because, you know, we'll debate anything. Americans, man, we love to argue. And I want to keep that out of my channel. He said inflation is the major stressor. It is, you know, making ends meet, you know, just on a daily basis. If you think about it, it shouldn't shock you. But Filipinos, they always have a smile on their face. They're friendly. Are they hiding something? I don't know. But you could be the straw that breaks the camel's back a lot of times. The study here says women are more stressed than men by a long shot. Okay. Especially so if you got a woman and she lives up in Manila somewhere, man, you dealing with some stress, guys. Uh, it's XXX says, what's the best way to get to St. Carlos City from McAllen? I guess I'm going to be on the hot seat because I'm coming. Yeah, just catch the bus. I would catch the bus at the South Bus Terminal XXX and make sure it's the South Bus Terminal. Get on the bus, come to San Carlos City through Don Salvador Mountains. Don't go that long route because there's another route you can take. It takes about 5 hours. You don't want that one. You want the one through the mountains. It takes about 2.5 hours. Yeah. All countries have stress. But see, we think that when we come over here, the Filipinos, they're footloose and fancy free. They don't have a care in the world and all of that, right? This is the point I'm trying to make. I didn't know that they had the highest stress levels in Southeast Asia. I knew that there was stress levels over here because I had read it somewhere. I was going to do a video on it, but I just never got around to it. So I said, let's talk about it on the live stream because we know so very little than about the Philippines than we want to admit to. Geechee Land says, are you saying stress in the Philippines more than America? No, I'm not. I don't know because we deal with different type of stress. I didn't say that. It's certainly not more stressful for me over here than it is in America. Remember, I just said, when we're over here, we don't experience the same things Filipinos experience that cause them stress. Their work, their studies. Okay, those are the top two things that create stress over here for people. So we don't experience that over here. But to say it's stress, it's stress? I'm not as stressed over here as I am in America. But if a Filipino goes to America, he's going to be just as stressed as me after a while. But when I come over here, it's not the same because I'm able to be on the outside, really. I don't have to deal with a whole lot of things that the masses here have to deal with. But if they got a visa and went to America, they're going to be just as stressed as me. So, yeah. Edward Lawyer says, I love the city. I'm not moving a million miles away to live in some rural area. Yeah. And this is what it's all about. That's what it's all about, doing what you want to do. We start the conversation. I just like to bring up stuff that no one ever talks about. Where else are you going to hear about that, really? They may say it in passing, but I'm just saying, we know so little. I think we need to know more about the Philippines than we do before we sell everything and move. This is the point I'm making, guys. We do very little research on this place. We look at videos and we say, oh, man, it looks easy over there. And it's not. It's simple, but it's not easy. And so I bring up stuff like that. I forgot to talk about something. And let me do this real quick. I get back. Yeah, Rag Jam Rock, you've been here since day one, almost. You've probably been here as long as anybody on this live stream. And that's why I don't like to call out people's names because I'm always going to forget somebody. But yeah, I know, brother, you are old head. But this is something I'm going to talk about. This lady here plays right into what I'm going to talk about on my next video. Okay. A suspected con artist, and I'm going to put the link in there because I'm not going to say her name. A suspected con artist who duped millions of pesos from several people while posing as a businesswoman and owner of a fashion styling company was arrested at a posh condominium in Taguig City. A report on DZBB radio said the woman would prey on men using a dating app, asking for money to supposedly save her company from going bankrupt. All right, this proves 2 points. Now, that's the article in the Field Star. It's a short one. I read about this on Facebook. The engineer who built my house, Arthur, he posted it. So I punched on it. And in this article, talking about the same woman, they talked to two men. One man she scammed out of 10 million pesos. The other guy, 6 million. She was offering them some type of high interest rate back. But these are foreigners, guys, okay? But it bears witness to 2 points that I always make over here. Women, some women here can't manage lots of money. Now, you would think 16 million is enough for this lady. That's lifetime money. I could live off that for the rest of my life in America. But, you know, I'll be 60 this year. I'm running 60. Certainly in the Philippines. But she's continued to go on and on with her scams, and she got caught. That's the first point that I always tell you guys. They can't handle lots of money, but we give it to them anyway. The second one is we have become the victims, guys. Okay? And our stories need to be told. The old one, where we are the perpetrators, taking advantage of poor and innocent women, is outdated. And I'm going to update it tomorrow. We're no longer the perpetrators, guys. We're the victims. All right? I don't care what you say. All right? And because these feminist movements and these self-righteous religious organizations have a bigger pulpit, they're going to tell the world that men are blindly getting on planes coming over here, taking advantage of young women and babies. These are grown-ass women we're dealing with over here, and we're the victims. We're no longer the perpetrators. Okay, we're being taken advantage of. These women know exactly what they're doing. They're not innocent. They're 100% all in. Okay, and I don't care whose shoes I step on in this next video. We're going to get our story out. We're going to flip that script around. Women aren't young and innocent. They let them tell it. We're over here dating babies. These women are taking advantage of us, man. They don't know that we're not blindly getting on the plane. We're being invited over here. We're actually being preyed on, just like this woman preying on these men on these dating sites. Okay, it's all a part of a script. But they leave out the script. They conveniently leave out the part of the script where the woman is enticing us to come over here. Okay, inviting us. She's eager for us to arrive over here, okay? But I'm going to tell that story, and y'all need to start telling y'all story. But yeah, this lady was 26, by the way. He said, agreed. Even the young ones under 26, yeah. See, this woman was 26. And you can just look at her, you know, you can tell that, you know, she thinks she's probably good looking, and we're going to think she's good looking. Guys, listen, stop giving these women all that damn money. Keep that money for your own self. You worked hard for it. It's yours. If you want to divvy it out a little at a time, okay. Stop giving these women millions of pesos, man. Y'all pissing me off. Really? I mean, really, man, y'all pissing me off. There's no reason why it should still be going on, especially I'm at the top of the mountain with the bullhorn. But y'all keep on doing it. Ladies, women, man, there's no way. We're literally laying down, letting them step on top of us over here. We're willing participants in our own robbery. We got to stop that, man. It's more to the Philippines than that. At 60 years old, you come over here with 10, 12 million. That should last you for the rest of your life. You should live like a damn king over here. Don't give it to some woman who hasn't earned it, first of all, hasn't worked one day for it. She doesn't deserve it. Yeah, I'm getting stressed up, he said. No, because guys, listen, this is what pisses me off right here. Because nobody tells this story. This story is going to go in the garbage can. Okay? Because these feminist movements and these self-righteous religious fanatics, that doesn't get, that's not part of their agenda. See, the part of the agenda is to call us sex pets, which is a label reserved for men. Even though, according to the Philippine Statistic Authority, the number of foreign women coming over dating and marrying Filipino men is on the rise. Okay. Yeah, we're the damn prize, but we keep on doing it over and over and over. But a lot of us guys are being taken advantage of. As you get older, you become more trustworthy. You know, you look at this woman and you say, oh, she's so innocent looking, but there's no reason, guys. There's no reason a woman over here needs that kind of money. Okay. But that's what I'm going to update that story because it's outdated. That one that keeps on going around and round and round. Okay. About we're coming over here, just blindly getting on the plane, jumping off here, taking advantage of these women. That's that's an old story. Are there sex pets? Absolutely. Who spend their vacations over here in Southeast Asia, in the bars and stuff like that. Yeah, but it's their business, but don't lump us all in the same bucket because that's what they do. They generalize us. But the minute you try to generalize them, oh, it's a big story. Don't generalize us. Well, don't generalize us either. Okay. Yeah. But see, not all of these was Filipino men. 10 million and 6 million. That's just two people. She did several people like that. But I'm saying to myself, lady, that's enough money for you to live the rest of your life over here. But they got her. See, the universe caught up with her. Somebody that had nothing to do with her scam ended up busting her and turning her into the police. Yeah, this story needs to be retold, guys. And if you got a story like that, you need to come out and tell it. Otherwise, we'll never flip the script. See? Otherwise, we'll never flip that script. It's always going to be the same thing. You could talk, this is 2023. Anybody watching my channel should know that story's old, but it's fresh to people in Louisville, Kentucky. They think that's why I'm over here, taking advantage. These women are taking advantage of us. Okay? Absolutely not, he said. He said, I have 12 million. Filipino people even make that in their lifetime. Not even 1 million. I'm talking about the masses. I'm not putting anybody down. I'm just saying, look, if you want to come over here and you have some connection with the people here, you're married, you've got children, and you want to improve their life, okay, yeah. But don't give them 10 million. It doesn't take that much to do it. Okay? 1 million pesos, you heard Merlin say it, guys. 10,000 pesos at one time in their hand is a lot of money. They don't see it at one time. They're not paid that way. I'm talking about the masses. Okay? So when you're talking about 1 million pesos in their hand at one time, it's a dream, okay? But, I don't get it. Yeah, see, this is a fact right here. He said, those guys keep telling themselves, it's not going to be me. Yeah, right. And you can see right through the games that are being played over here. It's so slow. I mean, that you can stop it anywhere along the timeline, guys. Stop it immediately. You say, look, no, I'm not investing in anything like that. We're not married. We don't have children together. I don't know you that well. Yeah, they're going to see, the universe sees it all. You can't get away with something like that. Imagine the way they caught this woman. It wasn't one of the police and all that. She went to try to rent a condominium, a fancy condominium. Okay. When they ran the application, the name came back fake. So instead of them just saying, oh, that's okay, we're gonna, let it go. They turned it down, obviously. But the agent, he went a little deeper in this woman's background and found a whole Facebook group that was centered around her and the people she had scammed. And so they set her up. He calls her back. He said, yeah, we got a nice condominium for you. They're willing to rent to you. And the minute she shows up, they arrest her. The agent had nothing to do with the scam. They never lost 1 peso from the lady. That's how the universe works. So if you're thinking that you're going to get away with that or anything like that, it's only a matter of time. Okay. Jacob Tom just said, yeah, 20,000 US. Yes, $1 million. But when you're earning, just say you're earning, okay, in San Carlos City, the minimum wage is 385 pesos per day. Okay. Now you remember, out of that 385 has got to come, your rent, your food, your transportation, your daily needs. So you're not saving a whole lot of that. According to an article in the Field Star, it's either Field Star or Sun Star, the average Filipino has less than 5,000 pesos in his checking account. I'm not picking on people over here. I'm talking to the Westerners who come over here thinking that we have to give that kind of money away over here. It's no reason for that. My big fat Filipino life says you're hitting the nail on the head today. You're hitting home run after home run. Yeah, because we need to flip this script, guys, in a lot of ways. Number one, we're not the perpetrators of this sex trade over here anymore. That's the number one point I'm going to make. We're the victims, guys, okay? But we're being played. We're letting these women play us over here. We can't do that. We're letting them play us, man. Yeah, he says, I haven't covered this on my channel, but we'll soon. Yeah, we all need to get out the word about what, we're not dealing with babies over here. That's what they want you to know. Oh, they over here. They're pedophiles. They're sex pets. Because that's a label reserved for men. You don't hear them calling women sex pets over here. They're traveling overseas for sex, love, and romance like anybody else. But they don't get called sex pets. They get a pass. We're the only ones they call sex pets. And they get up on these big bully pulpits and they convince people that we're over here taking advantage of young, innocent women. These are grown-ass women who are 100% consensual, who know exactly what they're doing. We are a hustle over here. If you don't hear me, I'll say it again. We are a hustle over here. If she falls in love, then that's a bonus. Okay? My God. Yeah, Mike, their pants on fire. Then they start sending money they'll never learn. Well, they're going to learn today, Mike. They're going to learn today that you can take care of a woman over here on far less than that. 21 of my subscribers sent the woman 20 million pesos that never met her before. That foolishness is going to stop today. It's going to stop today. 20 million pesos. I said, why would you send her that kind of money? First of all, what makes you think that she needs 20 million pesos to get her out of the squatters area? You could have gave her, if you're going to be a damn fool, you could have gave her 300,000 to get her out of there. But no, you gave her 20 million. And I got so angry, man, because, I'm like, dude, you lying. You lying. You didn't send 20 million. He sent me stack after stack after stack on MoneyGram. He said, Calvin, I'm serious. Every day he sent this woman money, 500, 600, 350, 285, every single day for 2 years, guys. We got to do better than that. We got to do better than that. We're a hustle, okay? And if they fall in love, the best of them, we'll hustle to the best of them. And if they fall in love, that's a bonus. So what you got to do to flip the script is you got to make sure, okay, you got exactly what it is you come over here to get. First of all, don't come over here for a woman. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. It's expensive dealing with these women. Yeah, he said these dudes are coming, giving these girls big money after 1 week. I wish I was a psychologist, 53 Shades Dark, and figure out why we do it. He said, what's the story? I just tuned in to some idiot give a Philippine 10 million. No, we're talking about a suspected con artist who was duping people over here out of millions of pesos. She was preying on men on these dating sites. One man she got out of 10 million, one man out of 6 million to save her business from going bankrupt. Then she ghosted them. Never heard of them again. Okay. Wait, I've got somebody. Okay. I think Peter, but I don't see Peter on here. Peter, where are you? You need to click into the, I invited him on here. Peter, you need to click into the, click the link and enter the studio. Yeah, he says, British expat in the Philippines says they're giving so much money to girls that are lucky to earn 300 plus per day pesos. See, we're not talking about taking advantage of anybody. That's not what we're saying. But we're saying there's no woman over here, okay, that you should be giving 5 and 10 and 20 million pesos to. I mean, if you're married, yeah. If you got children, why not? If you all in over here, yeah. But when you're just dealing with these women, man, you don't know them. They're saying, hey, give me money to start a business, to save my business. And everybody's in the hospital. And this woman should have took that money, if she's going to be a scammer, and floated off into the damn scammer's sunset. She shouldn't have been nowhere on the landscape anymore with 16 million, just the 16 million of the two guys. But it proves my point. You can't give them that type of money over here and expect them to do something productive with it. Okay. Well, what are you talking about? He's China's older book and says you need your money to wait 7.2 years to get your money back. How you guarantee it will get back? Well, there's no guarantees over here. And I think that's what we're looking for, guarantees. Not realizing that there's far more women on those dating sites than men. The woman that you sending all this money over to, thinking that if you don't get over here in time, somebody else is going to steal her. There's 100 of those women on that site. They're playing us for fools, and we're willing participants, man. But it's gonna stop today. I'm gonna update that story tomorrow. See, what's up, Randy? I'm gonna update it tomorrow. She better have a few sisters. Yeah, but see, the thing is, she can't manage that money. I would have disappeared. There's no way I could live off 375,000 in America for the rest of my life. Easy. Living pretty good. Well, they just arrested her yesterday. She just got arrested yesterday. So, they're probably going to give her some time because and ask her to pay that money back. But I'm saying there's no reason for us to give somebody 10 million pesos. Come on, man. We have become the victims over here. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. We're no longer the perpetrators, guys. They got you still on that same sad story. That's why a lot of us are afraid to get on a plane and come over here. And then we get over here, we want to hide. What are you hiding for? The number one person you need to be worried about is sleeping next to your ass in the hotel room or the Airbnb. That's the only one you need to be hiding from. Dana Milton said, if you want to help the Filipinos, send your money to the Red Cross or to your food giveaway. We are creating scammers out of honest women by sending them. Oh, by sending them money. Well, I did that a long time ago, man. I did a video on that. And we're corrupting these innocent women. Really, we are. You're going to corrupt a woman if you give her $1 million cash. What do you think she's going to do? She's going to leave her family. She's going to disengage from everything that means anything to her and go crazy until the $1 million pesos is gone. I've seen it with my own eyes. One of my subscribers gave a woman 1 million cash, 1.3, and she lost her damn man. Now she ain't got not 1 peso left. She was estranged from her family and everything. And, you know, we're the cause of that. But yeah, guys, we need to rethink this story. It's outdated. Even if Peter comes on here, he lost 11 million. Yeah, he said, Haywood Robinson said some dating sites will tell you not to send money. That's because they trying to, it's like a disclaimer for them, Haywood. They want to cover themselves. But you have to understand these dating sites, man, they're slimy, man. That's shady. I knew a long time ago they were shady. In 2009, when I came over here and I told y'all I met the young lady, well, she wasn't young, she was 41. Well, her daughter-in-law worked at the damn dating site. I didn't know it though. So I'm on there chatting with other women and she seen me, you know, she said, hey, you know, you need to quit chatting with those other women. I'm like, well, how do you know I'm chatting with other women? She said, because my daughter-in-law works at the cebuanas.com and she sees you exchanging messages with these other women there. She said, if you go to see that woman down in Mindanao, you plan on going to see, they're going to salvage you. Guys, it's such a close, it's not a lot of people on these dating sites. You don't need a lot of people to run these dating sites. It's only a little handful of people. Okay, if you join cebuanas.com right now, you got to send the money. One of the ways is send your money Western Union to an individual. And then she will pick it up whenever she picks it up. And then, you know, update your account. That's when you can start talking to the women. But it's not, these aren't these big corporations, guys. These are online businesses. There's only maybe 3 or 4 people dealing with all these websites. And they're slimy, man. They want you to send money for real. It's a setup. Okay, market focus. He says, hey, Cal, countdown starts now. 10 days until I'm in the Philippines. All right, brother. Come over here, man, and have a good time, guys. I'm pretty sure it's gone. If it's not, it's damn near gone. The 1 million he gave us is gone. It's long gone. The Red Horse, San Miguel, all that stuff, man, having parties during the pandemic lockdowns when you wasn't supposed to have anybody around, 20 and 30 friends over. Yeah, you know, you guys come over here, we're hiding, you know, we don't want anybody to know we're over here. So that keeps that old story of you being a sex pack and taking advantage of these women alive. Instead of saying, hey, look, man, We're the ones being taken advantage of now. We're not blindly getting on a plane flying over here. Women are inviting us here. They're waiting eagerly for our arrival. They got big signs in the damn airport with our name on them. He said, "Where's my man James?" James works 2 jobs. Yeah, he says that these diapers are expensive. Yeah, they're giving money like that. It's unbelievable. You would think in 2023 that they would know better by now. Okay, number 2, that all men are on sex packs. Just because you come over here for a relationship doesn't make you a sex pack. But they put us all in one basket. See? But if you say all these women in Southeast Asia that are bar girls, they're going to get mad. They're going to take offense to that. But it's okay to call us all sex packs. Like we're coming over here taking advantage of babies. The grown-ass women we dealing with who are 100% all in. It's all consensual. It's scripted. And we're getting hustled. Okay? So you better be like Bill Withers said, if you're going to use me, then I'm sure I'm using you to do the things you do. Okay, so use me up. 53 Shades Darker says that P, Cal. They get whipped and they think it's like the only one in the country. Because of the beauty and sweetness, they get whipped like butter. Find a good one and get to know her first. Some of these guys, though, are sending money before they even get over here, 53 Shades Darker. That's, but that's part of it. Honestly, it is. It's like I said earlier. We think we're so in a hurry to spend that money and put this girl in reserve as if she's the only one. When there's literally 1,000, okay, like her, that you're going to have, it's going to be available to you. But, as we get older, man, we get more naive about, we certainly get naive about relationships over here because we think it's the same way at home. It's not. The equation is totally different, man. 1 + 1 don't equal 2 over here. 1 + 1 = 3 over here. But we think it equals 2. So we think, I can deal with women over here the same way I deal with them any place. No. And one comment I get all the time, which is it's ludicrous. It's not true. It's stupid. Guys, stop saying it. Oh, that could happen anywhere in the world. We're not anywhere in the world. You're in the Philippines. You come over here, okay? It's not anywhere in the world. It's the Philippines. It's Southeast Asia, because I'm not picking on just the Philippines. One of the articles I read to research for my vlog on Monday was about the history of the women in Thailand. And, they even talking about colonialism and how that had an effect on women over here and everything like that. Absolutely. Well, they're not running up the price of courting. It's already been run up. There's nothing you can do about that. Okay, listen to my last video. There's certain expectations that a woman over here in Southeast Asia who dates a foreigner already has in her mind. There's nothing you can do about that, but not deal with them. That's the only way you're going to deal with that. It's not deal with them. The expectation is already there. That's been blown out of the box a long time ago. See, she sees what's going on. She sees the new houses. She sees the motorcycles, the trips that her friends are having. She already knows, this is my way to get out of here. Not all Filipinos. I'm talking about the ones who deal with us, guys. That's all I'm saying. I would never put them all in one basket like they put us. But that expectation's already there. I'm buying pads. I'm buying panty liners that I don't wear. See, this is not money that I had in my budget. But guys want to push back on me when I say, oh yeah, quit tricking. You don't have to trick. The woman's got to eat, guys. You're going to feed her and her children too. I'm just saying, don't panic. I'm just saying you better have a limit. You're going to take care of the woman, but you can take care of her in your budget. You're going to give her a life that she never knew existed. You don't have to go bankrupt. The more money you keep in your pocket, in your bank account, the longer of a run you both are going to have over here. The greater life you're going to have, because the minute you give it to her, she's going to spend it. It's not going to last. The guy, I keep telling y'all, the guy that sent all that money over here to build the house, she didn't finish the house. Of course she did. Camellia Cookie says Filipinos now get stressed because of social media. We're so involved with it that we have to compete with each other, stressed about money and being the one with more money. There's a lot of truth in that. But one good thing about social media is it is a relief valve. It does help people. Imagine if they didn't have social media to just, throw up on. Probably be a lot more suicides. Filipinos said they're stressed over their work and their studies. And then followed by, what did they say? They're followed by traffic, natural disasters, seemingly never-ending road repairs, personal relationships, and life changes such as pregnancy or death of a loved one. We're not picking on Filipinos. We're saying that a lot of us didn't know that Filipinos were as stressed as we're finding them out to be. We didn't know that when we came over here. We came over here to relieve our stress. Isn't it ironic that we come to the most stressed place in all of Southeast Asia to do that? But to our credit, we don't have to work. We don't have to go to school. So we're able to avoid a lot of the things that bring stress onto Filipinos, except for the natural disasters, the seemingly never-ending road work, and the personal relationships. See, but you need some stress, according to this doctor, Dr. Ronaldo Pano. He says stress is a vital part of one's life. If you are living a life without stress, you need to strike a balance. He said no stress, no performance. It's just so little that we know about the Philippines. And that's the point I'm trying to make. We don't know enough to sell everything, burn all bridges, and then move over here. I think we need to do a little bit more research, come back and forth a few more times. And then, say, why am I moving anyway? What am I really coming over here for? Because I don't think it's a woman anyway. The Global Vagabond said in your beach videos, I don't see any obese people. I went to Nassau and it looked like a refrigerator conference, except the refrigerator walked and talked. Well, believe it or not, it's a lot of obesity going on here. And it's on the rise because of the diet. A lot of fast food gets consumed over here. And I accidentally erased 2 great video footage I had. And you would see it's a lot of big people over here. It's a lot of big people over here. Yeah, they know how to spend it. He said they don't know how to make the money, but they damn sure know how to spend it. And see, remember, guys, I'm not picking on anybody. I'm not telling you to come over here and try to get something for nothing. You can't do that. Okay, that's part of the game. It's part of the unspoken agreement. but you don't have to go all out like that, like we've been doing. There's no reason for it. Okay. I'm sorry, man. There's no reason for it. He says it's part of the culture here in Thailand. The parents would send the girls to work, if you know what I mean. Hey, Dave, welcome. He said, hey, Cal, it's my first live stream. Welcome, man. I welcome all my new viewers and subscribers and first-time viewers to the live stream. This is your live stream. You know, we always have a topic. The peso is 53.65. It's slipping, guys. Okay. But still nothing to panic about. He said, Sammy Davis says a fool and his money being parted is true, but that's the purpose of this vlog. We don't want our brothers to keep falling for this lame game. There's too many girls here that aren't down with game. Yeah, see, he said it exactly. I haven't been on YouTube for 2 years for nothing, guys. You know, there's a recurring theme. You don't have to go out like a sucker over here, man, to have a great time, to take care of your woman and live the rest of your silver years and golden years, man, in paradise. But for some reason, man, we don't want to take advice. You just don't want advice from me. But that's why I have these live streams. You get guys like Sammy and seasoned guys who've been over here for years, back and forth. They'll tell you the same thing. It's nothing earth-shattering that I'm sharing with you guys. I just try to remind you. You can come over here and find a nice woman. That's what you're looking for. And don't break your bank. But it's not her fault. It's not her fault, though, that you willingly pull that money out of your pocket and give it to her. I mean, we're actually giving, if what this woman is alleged to have done, if it actually happened, why in the world would you give somebody 10 million without ample proof and everything? I want to see the business, not just some websites and all that stuff. You're going to have to introduce me to some people. I got to see it all, you know, the records and everything that go way back. Because remember, I'm in the Philippines. What kind of business do you got, lady? Unless you some kind of big restaurant, a big mall or something that's going on over here. Just some regular woman I meet on a dating site? Come on, man, that's lame as hell. He said, Calvin, you're putting panty lines on my man like never before. I'm just making a point, guys. You're going to spend money on stuff that's not in your budget because you don't use the stuff. The woman does. See, the woman does. It's a lot of stuff I don't use that I buy. From Maryland, you know, I don't wear bras and stuff like that. That's not part of my budget when I came over here. But it's become a part of my budget. Sniper the Viper said they watch it, but they still fall for the tricks. But these aren't tricks. These aren't tricks, man, that somebody in their right man would fall for. Dana said one of my clients arrived in the Philippines and found that he had been catfished. He dumped her. The next day, he asked the desk clerk at his hotel, and now they have a great relationship. Oh, okay, yeah. Then that's a good way for you to get introduced. You're going to stay at some place. Most of us stay in hotels when we first come to the Philippines. If you want to meet somebody, there's going to be a guard there. There's going to be people at the front desk there. And after a couple of days, once they get to know you and feel comfortable with you, say, hey, you know, anybody you know may want to go out on a date with me or something. Excuse me. But a date shouldn't cost you 10 million pesos. Cal, Sam said, Cal, the Doobie Brothers said it best, what a fool believes. Yeah, that's a good song. But see, we're not going to put all people in the same basket. We're talking about us. This discussion is not about Filipinos or Thai women or what. It's about us, guys. It's about what we're doing, not what they're doing, because they do very little. They don't really have to do a whole lot for us to fork over that money. We're having a conversation. We're saying, look, this is a community of people, men helping each other. Okay. We don't have to spend as much money as you think you do to give a woman a good life over here, to change her life, especially if there's no connection involved. You have no children, you're not married or anything like that. We're doing this for women we're not married to. We don't have children with. And this is what boggles my mind. I can't get, I can't wrap that around my mind. I don't understand it. But if your mother asks you for $20 or your best friend says, hey man, loan me $100, you got a problem with that. But some woman that you just met says, hey, you know, there's a lot of 500 square foot lot over here for sale for, you know, 2 million. You're bad so quick. I don't get that. Hey, Milano, the travel vlogger, what's going on? He said, exercise is a form of stress. We need that to survive. Actually, absolutely. We need stress, but you can be overly stressed or the wrong type of stress. Robert Dame says the bigger stress, the higher the obstacle, the greater the reward. What's up, Jeff? He says, in company from Samal Island. Wow. He's over there by Deville. Did you feel that earthquake? Randy Seagar says, I went to PR, then Mexico, then Thai, trying fields to see where I want to be. And that's a good thing to do, man. You know, well, I know they're not for real. John Sherman said, you hit the nail on the head, Calvin, when you said you don't think most men are coming here just for the women. We'll use them as an excuse. It's a real, convenient excuse. But the more I think about it, I'm like, surely we're not that stupid. We're not selling everything and moving all the way overseas for a woman. So yeah, you're right about that. Hey, Avery Beckton, thank you, brother. He says, hey, Cal, really enjoy you and supporting your channel, man. Thank you so much, man. You an old head too, man. And I gotta give guys like you a shout out, man. Thanks for your continued support. Oh, okay. John Gomez said, by the way, Cal, they shouted you out on the Zoom to Thailand live the other day. Yeah. They're doing something over there, man. See, that's just another way. I don't ever hear him talking about. Now, you see how good he lives, right? So his woman is living just as good. This is the same type of message I'm trying to send. Build the life that you want over here and then make her a part of it. Don't give her all of your damn savings. Then none of you are going to live good. You see what that guy, you see how good he lives over there, Zoom to Thailand. So his woman is living good too. You don't think that's good enough? It better be. It better be good enough. Okay? That's all I'm saying, guys. We're going way too far over the bar than we have to. Just create a good life for yourself over here and let her be a part of it. Is that hard to do? Let her take a hot and cold shower anytime she wants to, a washing machine, a real mattress, air conditioning, 3 meals a day, all the rice she can eat. You don't think that's good enough for her? It is. You hearing it? I'm boots on the ground. I'm telling you, it is. Oh, okay. The Ghost Pennsylvania said, Cal, the forecast is that the peso will be 57 to 1 this year. Yeah, it's way down because it had reached 59.23 was the highest I remember. There was some time, I believe October, November. But yeah, just create the life you want to live, guys, and bring her along with you. Don't make her the focus like that, man. I mean, golly. I can't get it. I can't get it. When I see women like this, and I'm like, lady, you wouldn't even get a second look if you were in America. But because you're over here, and men think, it's like Marilyn said to me the other day. She said, we think all white women are beautiful. And I said, well, obviously they're not. She said, yeah, but we do because we don't see them as often as you do. We can't tell the difference. And she said a mouthful because that's what happens to us. We're not used to seeing Filipinos, so we think all Filipinos are beautiful. And when a man thinks a woman's beautiful, man, he's going to lose it. Yumi Yedwa says these girls are hitting the lottery by dating us. These guys are not even meeting these girls in person. We're doing it to ourselves. Absolutely. That's why I said we're not picking on Filipinos or Thai women or Cambodians or Vietnamese. We're having a discussion amongst ourselves. We're saying that in order to flip the script, man, we got to take some action. Tell our stories. Stop repeating the same stupid stuff that people are doing over here. Stop making those same stupid mistakes. And then, stop hiding when you come over here. You look like a damn sex pet when you do that. I told you on a video 2 years ago. Everybody knows, that you over here to meet somebody. Don't pretend that you over here to view the Manila skyline or something like that, or, to see the coral reefs on the coast of Darwin and all of that. I mean, that's okay. But he says, no, you got to say no. Well, see, how you going to get something for nothing? I'm saying build a good life for you, level up, and bring her along with you. I mean, you can't come over and get something for nothing. What makes you think that these young, beautiful women are going to deal with you just for who you are? And then she's going to go back home at the end of the day or whatever it is. See, that's not the game over here. You guys need to learn a lot about, there's a game being played over here. And if you don't want to be part of it, don't come over here. But that's a part of it. Here I am, I'm young, I'm beautiful, I'm in the prime of my life. I'm going to be with you, but, you got to take care of me. All right? You can call it what you want to, but that's what it is. You can fool them once or twice, but you're not going to fool them 3 times because they've got expectations. We're being hustled, and if she falls in love, then hell, that's just a bonus. Dave Dawkins says, I have a solid LDR in Bendawi, moving sometime this year. How many times have you been over here? How many times have you met her and actually been boots on the ground with her? And, for you to say you have a solid LDR, what is it that makes you say that? Hey, Tita Charles says, Cal is a 19-year-old in the Longapo. Philippines was coined the insane asylum of Southeast Asia. Wow, I didn't know that. Hybrid 711 said each and every one of these guys that give millions of pesos sight unseen is a trick. Well, something's going on. I'm not going to call them any names, but you're going to end up spending the money anyway. You don't want to cheat yourself, trying to hide money from her or something like that. Just come over here and live a good life, the life that you work so hard for. What's wrong with that, guys? I mean, what's so difficult about that? Just come over here, live the life that you said that you want to live, that you can't live in your country. Okay, because you're going to have, I was watching a video by Bud Brown, And he was talking about him and his wife could never save any money, so they decided to move to the Philippines. Same thing I said. He said now they wouldn't have been able to save. So now they're getting removed to Mexico after so many years. Because you're going to have more money than bills over here. So go ahead and live a good life. She's just going to be with you, so she's going to enjoy that good life too. A life she never even dreamed about. Better than the best she's ever known. So you can take good care of her without breaking the bank. But to come over here and think, oh, I'm going to get all this for nothing, man, you're not at home, man. You don't know how things work over here. I'm sorry. Yeah, he said, yeah, I know. He said, Calvin, you know Pookie and Ray fanatics are undercovering your audience and chats. Yeah, it's unspoken agreement, just like, okay, let's take 53 Shades Dark. I think you said your woman is staying in one of your condominiums, right? Now imagine she's staying in a 14 million peso condominium or whatever it is. Do you think that she would have ever dreamed of something like that? And this is a good friend of mine, Philip Cooper. He's been over here and we've sat down and eat, and he's been at my house. And he said, it's just that simple, Cal. You live the life you want. You take your partner with you. She reaps the benefits of what you do. You don't need to do more. That's all I'm saying, Philip. I mean, what's so complicated about that? Everybody is better for it. There's no losers in that. There's no losers in that. But you don't have to break the bank and go crazy. You come over here and build you a good ass life and say, oh, look, come on with me. It's a win-win situation. But we don't want to do that because we don't want to listen to people who are over here actually doing it. The people I go back and forth with, for number one, they've never been here or they're not here now. Okay, but they're always got something to say. And I'm like, dude, I'm over here living it. I'm not going to tell you anything I'm not doing. I'm living the life I want to live. Marilyn's here with me. So she's enjoying all the fruits of my labor because I chose her to say, okay, here, Marilyn, you're my woman. I'm not going to deny you I'm not going to deny you. I'm not going to deny myself. Right, JT, and they all know it, or we'll be good with it. You do your part, and I do mine. For me, I have been on that agreement for 7 years, and it's great. You're not going to get around that unspoken agreement. You can try, but all you're going to be doing is bouncing around from woman to woman. Who wants that? That's going to get old. That's going to get tired. And you're going to spend a lot of money doing that. You're going to defeat the purpose of being over here. Roger Lee said, Calvin, men have to just simply understand the game of life. Free, what is actually free? I have found it is a pleasure to pay for and get what I want. There's nothing better than a fair deal. Absolutely. I'm not calling the relationships over here a fair deal, but I am saying that it's a win-win situation when you come over here and build the life that you want first and then bring her along for the ride. Okay? That's a win-win situation. She's going to win and you're going to win. Is it a fair deal? I don't know, man. That's subjective. Dave Dakin says, I'm 60. I went for a 46-year-old with grown kids and her own business. I know 147 and 148. He says, I know 147 and 148, and now feel I'm mentally ahead of the game. I don't understand what you're saying. I know 147 and 148. What is that? John Gomez said that Philip Cooper, that's a great formula to follow. He's following that. He's not just saying that. He's built a beautiful lifestyle over here. And he's got his wife and daughter And they're enjoying that. They're along for the ride with him. It's a win-win situation. The global vagabond says, from what I've seen in many developing countries, Western men who don't get attention from Western girls are the ones at the most risk. Well, that could be true. There's some truth to that, but you have to understand that this isn't the West. The rules change when you get over here. It's not the same. So no matter how you were being treated over there, it's something totally different over here. You can really, it's really like flipping a switch over here, to be honest with you. And then you go from something to a life that you could only dream about before. You know, it's not because remember I was telling you about the Filipino makeover and all of that. They're going to see in you something that the Western women don't see. Okay. And there could be a lot of things. And remember, we're a hustle. If they fall in love, good, but at least they're going to give you the chance, you know. Dana Milton says, the Filipinos happy to go with you to Jollibee, but we want to take her to the Savoy. Yeah, in a lot of ways, we're our worst enemy because just like the guy just said, the global vagabond, he said, we don't get that attention over there. So when we get over here and they show us that attention, a lot of us don't know how to handle it. And so we overcompensate for it. That's all we're really doing. He said a fair exchange is not okay, not a fair deal. Cheetah Cha says, as an E3 radio man I service with Vietnam vets, they would say to me, enjoy the fiesta, but don't take her home. Spotless Pro Wash Clean says 100% agree. It's your life. She just comes along for the ride and reaps the benefit. And you both, it's a win-win situation. We got to do this, guys. We can't do it any other way if you're going to come over here. But see, I'm so naive that I thought this is what everybody was doing until I started my channel. And then I realized that we're not doing it like that. You build your life and then you put her right there in it. I've been preaching that for a long time, guys. Oh, he said 147, 148 Philippine cohabitation laws. Yeah, but you can't really, okay, I don't know if that even pertains to us, Dave. Remember, we had Julia on here and, you know, her situation. I don't know if the laws pertain, they're going to protect you the same way they would a Filipino citizen. Unless you get married and then you become a permanent resident or SRV, then you have a whole lot more rights and privileges. But to think that Philippine cohabitation law is going to protect you, first of all, Filipinos very seldom will they even step into a court of law. They're just not going to do it. They're not. That's not how they handle their business over here. I'm talking about the masses of people. Hey, good night, Randy. Charles Butler says on unspoken agreement, like a business contract, read the fine print of the terms and conditions, learn when to fold and when to walk away. Yeah, you have to have an out. You have to have an out. If you're 8,000 miles away and you know all the rules are in her favor, you know you really don't want to. You're walking on thin ice anyway when you 8,000 miles from home. It doesn't matter. You know, these young guys, you know, they think they can come over here. Look, don't bring that American exceptionalism over here, man. It doesn't work over here. It's going to get you hurt. It's going to get you in trouble. You know, respect the people, respect their culture, respect their laws over here, and you're going to be okay. You're not running anything over here, but you don't have to. You can subconsciously run everything over here. If you built everything, you're paying for everything. It's all, your life that you want to live and you put her with. And then when it's time to walk away, know how to walk away. Don't just walk away because you're over here, man. You can't escape. Okay, you don't think they play the same games over here that they play over there? Oh, I'm going to call the police. I'm going to get you blacklisted. And you don't think they play those same games? Well, they do. All right. And that's all it takes. Who do you think they're going to believe, her or you? You better know what you're doing before you get in these relationships anyway, but we don't do it. We don't do enough research. We just think we know the woman online, man. When you get in a relationship over here, man, it's a whole lot you dealing with that you have no idea. Like I said, it's like the Wizard of Oz. What's behind that curtain? Hey, Camilla Cookie, thank you for that super sticker. That's Wendy. They were just here, her and her husband, Shelby. I'll never forget them. He says, know when to walk away and when to run. Know how to walk away. You got to give her a way out to have some type of, to save face and save some dignity over here. And then you're probably going to be okay. He said, just try blacklisting my ass. AC King said both parties are getting what they want and need our relationship and are happy with it. The price is irrelevant. Just don't go broke doing it. That's all I'm saying. We don't have to go broke. Remember to keep in mind your age. Numbers don't lie. You say, okay, I'm 60. I've got 200,000. That should last me for the rest of my life in the Philippines. But it's not going to last me if I spend it all on a house and lot and put it in her name. Now the unspoken agreement turns into the sugar contract, and you can't win with a sugar contract. Now you put it all in her hands. Now all the power's there. So how's that a fair deal or a fair exchange? It's not. You say, look, we'll rent. Now we're married, and then after, like that guy, like Peter B said, he says, don't do anything like that for 5 years. Make sure that you know the woman who she says she is. He said 5 years. Why not? All you got is time, really. He says, actually, I think 147, 148 are stacked against us. As I understand them, basically 50% of my assets become hers the day I move in. Puts a wall between Filipinos and foreigners. Yeah, but who's going to enforce that is what I'm saying is. A lot of times, man, the women that we deal with, now yours is different. You said she got a business. Well, what kind of business? Is it a sorry store, a piggery, a laundry? I mean, what is it? When you say a business over here, it's not saying a whole lot. It's like a guy says, oh, she owns a house. Well, what kind of house? It's not like, it could be, what's your definition of a house? Her definition of a house and yours is totally different. Same with a business. Hey, Rosinati, thanks for that super chat. He says, walk away with money in your pocket. Ice for the kids. He said, I just made a video about saving face. You got to give her a way out. You can't embarrass a woman over here, man. And why would you want to do that anyway? Why would you want to come over here and create problems when for most of us, we're trying to get away from problems. So why come over here and create problems? But when you get involved with these relationships, guys, you don't know what you're getting into. It's just a different. You're gonna have problems. They're just different problems. They're gonna come in a different package, but there's still gonna be problems. And a lot of what's going on over here, it's a lot of jealousy going on, a lot of insecurity, and a lot of henpecking going on, man. And a lot of you didn't leave from there to come over here to have to face all that. But all you're seeing is this young lady's face. And you're just saying, oh, man, I get a chance to be with a 25-year-old. But you don't understand what goes into that, man. It's a lot to deal with over here when you get into a relationship. So, get in here at your own risk, man, but at least know what you're getting into. It's not a walk in the park. It's some cultural differences in what you used to. Yeah, she's going to do some things to you, not going to be as confrontational and all that, but she's going to, man, it's all about control, man. I got a friend, man, he's one of the nicest guys I've ever met, man. His woman's accusing him. You always got to deal with that other woman syndrome. I mean, she got him so riled up, man. He was getting ready to tear up his damn house, and I was shocked. I'm like, man, he's 72 years old. I'm like, guys, y'all don't understand it. Be careful, man, what you wish for over here. Hey, Herman, he says in the USA, after you get married and have a kid or two, the wife is no longer interested in sex with you, but you have to pay for the next 20 years. How often does it happen with Filipino women? Well, it happens more than you think. Okay? A lot of guys would tell you that, yeah, this is what Peter said. He says, we were together, and it was like we was, what's a word that, sex compatible is a word that they're using now instead of compatible. He said they had great sex. He said, but once her intentions became known, they barely touched each other. She had found somebody else. I mean, for some reason, we think that Filipinos are from outer space. They're women, man. Listen, they're women, okay? And the same problems that women have around the world, they're going to have here. Some of the same problems. And you as a man have to deal with it. Yeah, this is true right here. And man, this is so true right here. He says, there's enough struggle here. They don't need me to add to it. Be a decent dude. Go back to my first videos I made. And that's what I said, man. They have it hard enough. But we come over here with these games. We bring added stress. If you're not going to do the right thing, man, just go on about your life, because you could be the straw to break the camel's back. Okay? You could be the straw to break the camel's back. There's a lot of foreigners that get killed over here by a woman. Not long ago, a foreigner got killed in Bohol by his Filipino. I don't know if they called her his wife. I don't know if they were common law or whatever. He said, I would want to stay single if that's the case. If you know a little bit more about what you're stepping into, it can make things better. But we don't want to know. We don't want to know. We don't want to take advice. We don't want to take suggestions. Everybody thinks it's going to be different. Remember the last live stream I did when I gave you the analogy about the casino? Well, that's how it is with us when it comes to relationships over here. Everybody thinks they're going to be the winner, even though they know that the odds is by the end of the night, 93% of the people leave the casino as a loser. They're still going to come. They're still going to pack that place every single night, even though they know that, because tonight's my night. I ain't going to do what Calvin did. How many times you tell yourself, as soon as I win, I'm out of here, only to stay too long and end up losing it back to the casino and more. And that's what happens over here. A lot of times we don't know a good thing when we got it. We get over here, we get a good woman, but so many other ones around that we throw her back. We put it out, I'm all in. And we end up with somebody from hell. Yeah, it's not a wedding vow. Will Smith made a great point in his book. He said the reason they have vows at weddings is because a marriage is difficult. It's very difficult. You don't make vows for easy stuff. I'm going to make a vow to eat the rest of that ice cream in the refrigerator. You don't make vows for that. You make vows when it's difficult because you know things are going to get tough. But unspoken agreement is just that. We together, look, I'm going to take care of you, you take care of me. And anytime, if you're violating the terms of that agreement, then I'm out of here. And she should feel the same way with you. And sometimes, feelings get involved. Spotless Pro Wash Cleaning says, I'm moving to the Philippines next year with my Filipino girlfriend who I met in Australia. We're building a house, but also buying a condo, which will be in my name. Oh, okay. But the house is in her name. Right. Right. People tend to want to be the exception instead of the rule. If it's a way to be single over here, I would search for that first. I would let the relationship be the last resort because it's difficult to maintain a relationship over here, man. It just is, man. When you see the guys that I've been with my Philippines so many years, they're the exception, man. I hate to say it, but it's just the truth. If it was some way that you could do this thing and stay single, it's probably the best. It's certainly live by yourself, okay? Because it's stressful living with another human being. I don't care how much you love them. It's stressful, man. Good thing I built that guest house over there with that extra bathroom over there. Because, yeah, you get up, man, you got to use it, and somebody's in there, and all of that stuff's going on. You said, I've heard jealousy is a big issue with Filipino women. Absolutely. I just said it. It's a lot of jealousy, a lot of insecurity. It's a lot of control and henpecking going on. They're not going to do it at first, but the more that as the relationship, uh, goes on, she's going to become more controlling because she's going to feel, she's got a vested interest now. And they will henpeck you, man. They will come out looking for you. See, I had to stop every woman, even in America. I don't, that's one thing I don't play. I don't care how much you love me. If you start that, I'm leaving. But early on, I seen that with Maryland. And I said, no, But see, I saw it with the other ones too. But, with Maryland, I saw it and I said, you can't do that to me. Okay, I'm 50 something years old. Well, how old I was at the time, 55 or whatever, because I got through playing tennis. I don't drink, but I went over there to the little drinking hole with the guys just to keep the conversation going. I'm drinking coffee. And okay, I didn't come right home. And here she comes on the motorcycle. No, I don't play that. But she kept going, but I knew what it was. Okay. I don't play that. Yeah, that's a good deal. Okay. That's a good deal. We buy 25 kilos sack of rice. We never run out of rice. And if we do, it's not for long. Okay. Instead of buying 1 and 2 kilos at a time like they normally do. Joseph Relaford says, I'm dating a young Filipino. She doesn't get jealous, only the older one I had. Yeah, well, that could be a red flag. And how long have you been dating her? maybe she doesn't feel that way about you yet. Oh, they're always going to be watching you. Even, okay, the last time I was in a damn taxi cab with Merlin, she's looking through the side of my damn glasses to see what I'm looking at out the damn taxi. It's crazy. Yeah, Philip, you said, I think the guys aren't listening, or the guys that want to be the rock star, they are not. They give thinking the woman is going to respect you for it. They don't. Those girls got their own plan. And this is so true, man. We're a hustle. They've got their plan, guys. We're the hustle. If she falls in love, okay, that's a bonus. But they already got their plan. The minute she decides that I'm start dealing with foreigners, see, you got a different Filipina already. She's not the typical Filipina. Okay, she's already changed fundamentally. She's already given up on her life and her way of living. She says, I want something different. Okay, I'm not going to work for the 500, 300, 400 pesos a day. And I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I want a foreigner. I want that easy life. She's already changed. And that's why she starts fooling with you. Every woman over here does not fool with foreigners. A very small percentage do. The rest of them, they want Filipino men. They're going to pull themselves up by their own bootstraps and get the hell out of here. But there's some who've decided this is what I want to do. This is my way out. They're smart. They say, okay, I better use what I got right now, my looks and my age. I better do it now. I can't wait. See, some of these women over here are so lucky. They're so fortunate that they get up in their 40s and 50s, and we come over here and snatch them out of oblivion. I mean, they couldn't be more happier than a fly on a piece of what. They're very, very fortunate when that happens. When that guy said he wants a woman 55 years old, I said, man, that'll be like hitting the lottery, hitting the Powerball 7 days in a row for her. Yeah, there's a lot of truth to this. He said there's an old saying that the grass is always green on the other side of the fence, but just as hard to mow. Yeah, you're going to have some of the same problems, just going to come in a different package. A lot of times over here, we're more willing to deal with the problems because of where it's coming from. If you got a shapely, young, beautiful woman, you can you're like, okay, you can argue with me all you want. But when you got Big Shirley over there doing the arguing, you're not going to take it. But it's the same thing, guys. These women are from outer space. What I like about the Philippines now, because when I came over here, I'm not just trying to be the exception, because I fell in love with the women too. But when I first came over here, it wasn't to meet a woman. I met women when I got here, but really I was trying to get away from the United States. I was trying to get as far away as I possibly could, and I always had a dream of coming here. When I was in the Navy, I never came to the Philippines. I had two places on my list to begin with: Perth, Australia, and the Philippines. I didn't even know a place to even put. I just put Philippines. I didn't put Manila or anything like that. Okay. But once I came over here, of course, I fell in love with the women. But it's a different dynamic going on over here. These women aren't from outer space, but you're going to have the same problems, man. A lot of the same problems. The jealousy, they just want to henpeck you, man. I just won't deal with the henpecking, though. I won't deal with that. But he said the woman's not um, jealous of him. But that could be, that's a big red flag to me. Because she knows how easy it is for you to go back online and find somebody else. That's the reason. Hey, Kelvin Jones. Hey, Calvin, if I get $4,000 a month, would you recommend I get a small apartment when I finally make it over there? I plan on dating there. I plan to visit in the next year, checking things out. Thanks for that super chat. You know, I can't tell you how to live. That's a lot of money over here. You would be considered rich in the Philippines at 4,000 net per month over here. And I wouldn't cheat myself with that kind of money. You know, most guys come over here, they get a condominium in Cebu or one of those places for $400, $500, $600 per month. Okay. I wouldn't come over here right away and start just wasting money and all of that to see if you're going to like it. So in that aspect, yeah, I wouldn't sign a 1 year lease. A lot of these places over here let you sign a month-to-month lease, which is really what I would do. I mean, it's not really a whole lot they can do. They're going to keep your deposit if you break it. But who wants to give that money away? See, a month-to-month lease, they don't have a whole lot of time. You know, once you move out of there, they're going to have to give it back to you, minus your electric bill and your water bill. One great thing I like about the Philippines is that the utilities are already cut on when you move in. It's under the owner's name, so you don't really have to do anything. Hey, Herman, thanks for that super chat. He said, Calvin, thank you for being truthful and not sugarcoating things. I start the conversation, Herman, man. You're welcome. And that's what these live streams are. We're just having a conversation. It's not me telling guys what to do. I started, and then, you know, the comments over here to kind of get people involved. This is a community. We try to help each other to stop making the same mistakes that we see other people do. You can come over here and live a good life, man, without going broke, without hurting anybody's feelings and anything like that. You know, you can't get something for nothing over here. Build you a good life over here and bring your woman along with you. That's the formula, guys. That's the formula right there. Anything other than that, man, you're doing too much. Hey, Spotless Pro Wash Cleaning, thanks for that super chase. Said off to the beach. Thanks for the knowledge, brother. Hey, I appreciate you, man, and good luck with your Filipina, man, and your life over here. W Secrets to Success. W's Secrets to Success blog. So just tuning in, Cal. You can't stop the rain from falling. Yeah, you're right, man. Meaning we do what we do when it comes to women. Absolutely. And I'm not trying to stop the rain. We're just, and you know me, you've been over here already. You've been to my house and everything. We're just trying to have a conversation. We're trying to find out why we keep making the same mistakes over and over. But yeah, you're exactly right, man. Thanks for that super chat. That's a great way to put that. You can't stop the rain from falling, but you can get an umbrella though. W Secrets to Success. And that's all we want to do. We want to be the umbrella to protect you from some of that damn rain. You don't have to I don't get as wet with an umbrella as I do without one. We got to protect ourselves. That's all we want to do. Protect your interests. A lot of us, yeah, he said he still got on the white glove. But he came over here with a white glove. We have to protect our interests, guys. Does this make any sense to me? Somebody tell me if this makes sense. You work all those years, you retire from the military, you sell your business, you retire from the post office or whatever it is. You got all this money, and then you come over here and blow it. Is that a good retirement plan? Is that something smart? Why would we do that? That doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense. You didn't do all of that. You did all of that so you could come over here and ride off into the sunset. Be the boss. Live a boss life over here, man. That's what you want to do. Man, we becoming paupers over here. Hey, Sam Champion said, Cal, I'm still working for only a couple of more years to be able to support my life there and my property in the U.S. My monthly will be about, wow, 12 to 15,000, depending on when I jump off that hamster wheel. Well, see, brother, you blessed. With that kind of money, you can live anywhere you want, I'm sure. Sammy Davis said, Calvin Jones, add what Calvin said. Find a cheap apartment or condo to leave your luggage while you move around and find your place. Vultures will be all over if they see you carrying luggage. Yeah, that's a good point about the luggage. Joseph Relaford says, I have to go back stateside for business and taxes. I'm not getting so serious as I was with the first LDR. I'll be gone for at least the summer. One thing I know is that we always end up doing what we say we're not going to do over here. And, there's no need to put any pressure on yourself. It's mostly the young guys, there's some tough guys that be coming on my live streams and in the comments in my videos. And I'm like, man, what's the point? Why do you have to be so tough? What makes you think you have to come over here and use women and treat them the way that you talking about treating them? What's the point of that? You're saying you're not going to do this, you're not going to do that. You might as well just stay at home. That would be my advice to you. It's just to stay at home. Nobody's that tough. It's a wonder you don't get any play or any women in the West with that type of attitude. They just think women, I don't want a woman to be a maid or something like that. I don't want that. I want just a person, man, that I can relate with, I can talk to, I can get along with, number one. But she don't have to lay down and let me walk over top of her and all that. Don't make you a man. But this is the young generation, the Gen Zs and millennials and all that, man. They just want to treat women like shit. Let me say that. And it's a bad attitude, man. It's not gonna work. It ain't gonna bring you nothing but trouble. I'm gonna tell you something that a lot of you young men don't realize, man. Women are nothing but men with a pussy, okay? They're just as tough as you. And a lot of us have to find that out the hard way, especially when we come over here. These women are tough as nails. They've been through more in their young lives than you have your whole life, man. Americans, man, we're soft, man. I don't care what you say, because our society has made us soft. We don't go through half the stuff they go through over here. Not even a tiny bit of what they go through over here. The woman you meet over here is tough, man. Anything you bring into the table, she can handle it. So you might as well bring something good. But you bring that old messed up attitude, man, over here, man. Women will ball you up and roll you down the street some damn where. W Secrets to Success blog said the 53, hell yeah, I just bought a new pair. But I can say one thing, you got your head on right, brother. You will win over here because you got that discipline. Okay. When it's all said and done, there was women running after you, chasing you because you called they bluff. A lot of us, we're not disciplined enough to call they bluff. The minute we get off the plane, we running behind them, putting them on a pedestal, treating them the way that they've never been treated before. But you had a little bit more reserve, a lot more reserve than I did. And it paid off for you, really. And you know, the woman that eventually was trying to come at you, man, was a professional. The ones that they say that we can't get over here, because she didn't smell that scent of desperation on you that many of us carry over here, man. We get that scent. They can smell it, man. They can sense it, guys. These women over here, man, they are tuned to nature. They say, yeah, I'm gonna give him a little taste of this and see what happens. And that's all it takes, man. You know, and they're even surprised themselves at our reaction. They're even surprised at themselves how blown away we are. Because they're gonna do it anyway. But when they do it with us, and then they see like, wow, look at him. It tempts them to want to go further than they had any intention on going. The Global Vagabond said that's true. Developing country girls can actually build the table, change tires, and hold their own in a bar fight. Don't underestimate. Well, you know, we're soft because going without in America means you got to wait on the food stamps. Okay. Going without over here means going without. When is the last time you've really been hungry? I'm talking about where not just like right now I'm hungry, but all I got to do is go in there and open the refrigerator and get something to eat. What about there is no refrigerator? You don't know where the next peso is coming from. Put yourself in that predicament. You can't do it because you're not used to that. Unless you've been a drug addict like me, when I've been out there where there's nothing. But still, I could show up at a homeless place and get something to eat and a place to stay. You can't even do that here. But to think that these women are innocent and we're taking advantage of them when we come over here, it's an old story, guys, and it needs to be retold. And I'm going to tell it on my next vlog. It's outdated, and I'm going to update it. We've become the victims. We're no longer the perpetrators over here of that. This woman, here it is right here. Before I'd already came up with the vlog before I even, and I'll be damned if the universe didn't show me this woman. She's scamming people out of millions of pesos on a dating site. Preying is the word they use. I didn't. They did. They said preying on men on a dating app. JV says the sin of desperation is hard to disguise. I was scared I couldn't stop myself from being excited from all the Filipino attention on these apps. Yeah, it is, man. But it's different when you get over here and you see it in person. It's right there in front of you, and you're saying, wow, I mean, I can't explain it. You have to experience it for yourself. And it's not something freaky. It's not something nasty. It's just when you're 45 or 47 or something like that, and you have a beautiful 25-year-old woman standing in front of you, and you know that whatever you want, she's going to do it. It just does something to your thinking. The skin is soft, you know, she's not what you're used to. There's no scars there, you know, and it just, you know, you're gonna know who you are when you finally when you're faced with that. You're gonna know whether you're gonna make it over here or not. And a lot of us just don't make it. You know, we end up falling by the wayside, man. You know, a lot of guys, we come in here with a bang, but we leave with a whimper. You don't hear about us when we leave. We don't tell you we're leaving. We tell you when we're coming. You see what that guy said? 10 days of countdown. I'm coming, Cal. Come on. But when we leave, that you don't know it. They don't say, man, I got to leave in a couple of days. Man, I'm broke. You know, I don't know when the next time I'm going to get over here. I spent more money than what I should have. or whatever it is. Jack, what's up, man? He says, "Good morning, Cal. I wonder how many Western women would be complaining about passport bros, men leaving, if they didn't have the benefits of divorce, child support, Section 8, food stamps, government system." Absolutely. And this is a great point that you bring up that I used to bring up. I forgot all about it, though. See, there's no safety nets over here. But it's one of the reasons why the man is still held in such high esteem in the family, because he still has some importance. Over there, there's no importance. It's like, okay, if you're not here, I'm gonna still be able to take care of. I'm gonna still get taken care of. Believe it or not, I had a niece who was on Section 8. She was paying $1 per month. Her rent was $1 per month. And don't you know she got evicted? $1 per month. Michael says, "I have one now that is mad that I dated other women before her." What the hell? Yeah. Listen, this is a fact, man. Just like, okay, what makes you think they're any different? When you come over here, you don't want a Filipina that's already dated a foreigner or two or three foreigners, do you? You don't want that. And she doesn't want it either. She doesn't want that either. She wants to be the first. They love, I call them expat virgins. But YouTube wouldn't monetize the damn video because I had virgins on it. So I had to change it to Filipinos love expat newcomers or first timers or something like that. But they do. They take pride in being the first one to show you the country, teach you your first word of Messiah, Ilongo or whatever it is, um, making your first Filipino meal, adobo or something like that. And of course, the tune-up, she wants to be the one, man. Yeah, love TKO. Peace, he said, it's February. Absolutely, yeah, still on. Whenever I announce the meet and greets, man, it's on. So come on, Jeff. Hey, TJ said, "Ladies usual out here. How's everyone doing? Those high stress levels primarily fall on the Filipino." What? AFAILIK? What's that mean? We're chilling like a villain in comparison. Yeah, everybody has, the doctor says stress is a vital part of your life. No stress, no performance. I understand that. But a lot of people don't understand how stressed Filipinos are over here. We actually come over here to escape stress. And he said that they don't know, there's no way that you deal with the stress Filipinos deal with. I was just telling you, and the guy, Jack, just told you. Y'all got Section 8, food stamps, AFDC, child support, disability. What else they got over there? Unemployment. Shit. We got it made over in America, man. There's no way you dealing with stress like they dealing with over here. Uh-uh. I don't care if it's East Coast, West Coast, Mid Coast. You're not, I'm sorry, guys. You're not dealing with the same factors over here. When nothing means nothing over here. Nothing in America doesn't mean nothing. You can go down to the homeless shelter, get you something to eat, a place to stay. They'll even help you get a job. There's jobs. You can get a job in America, work today, pay today. Because I did it when I first got sober. Yeah, WIC. Yeah, women for women, infants, and children. Yeah, that's part of the whole makeup. We've lowered the bar over there in America. We don't want anybody to fail. We don't want the secret to get out. We're not as exceptional as we claim we are. But nobody goes hungry over there. But that's what all those taxes, we got some high-ass taxes over there, believe it or not. When I left the workforce, And even now, but I don't pay as much. I was just on my work. I was paying my work salary. I was paying 40%. They were taking 40% of my income, and then of course you got to pay sales tax. Okay, then you got to pay tax on the money you got in the bank that's already been taxed. Then if you die, your kids got to pay tax on the money that was already taxed. And it's just crazy, man. But I would rather see them use it for the vulnerable, the children, the disabled, and the old people, than to use it just simply for the military. Hey, Herman, thank you for that super chat. He said, the higher the body count of post-past lovers a woman has, the less trustworthy she is in the USA. I think it's the same way. But the reason that woman was mad at him is the same reason you would be mad. Look, you didn't come over here for that, man. It's okay that she had a Filipino lover, Filipino boyfriend. That's normal. But you don't want to deal with a woman, and you certainly don't want to marry a woman that's already had relations with foreigners, man. It's just something that you don't want to do, man. We scar them. We scar them bad. Okay? And it's just something, man, that I wouldn't suggest. I wouldn't do it. But she's not going to tell you. But you'll know when she's not impressed about certain things you do, and she's not impressed on certain places you go. You're in Boracay and she don't want to get in the water, don't want to do anything because she's been there before. So you don't want that, because you're going to pay for everything that he did or didn't do. And she just feels like you're damaged goods too. That's the way she looks at you if you've ever had a Filipino before. But what we offer is such a great opportunity that they can't pass it up. We can pass it up. We should be able to pass it up. We should be able to say, no, it's okay. I'm going to put you back. I'll find somebody else. But it's what we offer is so great they can't pass it up. So they say, okay, you had a woman before. That's okay. I'm going to deal with it because the opportunity that you present may never come my way again. Tito Chacha stresses, bar girls are just Filipino angels who have lost their wings. When I made that video, I said, bar girls, I forgot what the name of it was. But anyway, what I was saying was, and this is true, a lot of us have married bar girls and been in relationship with bar girls, and we never knew it because at the end of the day, they're Filipinos. They have the same qualities that all other Filipinos have. Unless she told you she was a bar girl, you would have never known. Okay? I wasn't saying go out and marry a bar girl. That's what I'm saying. But I just met a gentleman recently, and he's from Germany, and he's actually married to a bar girl. He met her in the bar, and I didn't have enough time because I would have loved to, and they've been together for a long time now, something like 10 years. They've got 2 children. They live in Germany. And I would have just loved to really heard his story and let him kind of tell us about their relationship and the ups and downs they have, because not only was his wife a bar girl, but she had like 2 or 3 other long-term live-in boyfriends, foreigner boyfriends. So he was like the 3rd or 4th in a long line of foreigners, but they're still together. Hey, Jackie said, Calvin, when are you and Maryland heading back to Cebu, hoping to meet up with your family? I'm trying to think. That's just we got a lot of friends there, but it's probably not going to be until after. No, as a matter of fact, we have to go to Toledo to see the land that we bought from her sister. We may go down to Cebu then, but I know for sure we'll be there in March, Jack, because we got an invitation. Yeah, Jack says that Tito Cha, exactly. Good point, Cal. You would never know if she didn't tell you. Yeah, but I caught a lot of flack for that. People going around still saying that. I said, oh, I'll go out and marry a bar girl. I didn't say that. I said, bar girls are Filipinas. They have all the qualities that we love in Filipinas. You would never know it. When she got off from work, put on those same little clothes that Filipinos wear, you would never know it. There's just no way you would ever know it. Unless she started smoking and drinking or something. But till she told you, you would never know it, guys. That's all I'm saying. But he married a bar girl, and they're still together. So I don't know. Sam Safari says you're absolutely right. The decent bar girl is just as good as any other bar girl, even better since they appreciate getting out of that life. You know, that's from experience, he's saying. And you're exactly right about this. See, we're so arrogant. And remember, we're from the West. If you're American, we're exceptionalists. So we can't understand why a woman would sell her body. See, we don't understand that. But see, over here in different places, not just the Philippines, when sometimes that's all that they can do to put food on the table. That's the only, for whatever reason. See, we don't understand it, why somebody would do that. But for some people, that's all they can do. And their people don't look down at them because they know how hard it is. Like I said, we don't have all that government assistance and all that stuff. You heard John, the bodyguard and driver for Sydney. He said, we don't look at them. We don't look down on them like that. We look at them as if that's a job. They got to eat. They got to take care of their family. We the ones come over here and want to look down on the women and talk about them and all that stuff. That's right. They'll do what they have to do to take care of their kids. But we don't look at it like that, Frank. We're arrogant. We think we're better than. It's a book out called If George Bush Were Black. Read that book and you'll see what I'm talking about. If you'd have put George Bush if George Bush would have grew up in the projects or anything like that, he wasn't so exceptional that he would have came out any different than most of the people who grow up in the projects turn out. It's the same way with you. If they put you in the same situation that a lot of these women and a lot of these people have to deal with over here, you're not going to come out any better, no matter what indoctrination we get over there in America. It's just the facts, guys. So a little understanding goes a long way. Is there a big difference? What's the difference between a bar girl and an online girl? Let's talk about that. But see, that'll get people mad. But what's the difference? When the outcome, the result are basically the same. TJ said, well, shoot, sorry, TJ. He says, I'm of two minds. On one hand, I'm certainly of the opinion that sex work is as valid a form of work as anything else. Conversely, I'm also not the type that would purchase my daily driver from Hertz. Yeah, but the point I was trying to make was, how would you know if she didn't tell you? There's just no way you would know. That's all I'm saying. You wouldn't, a lot of you guys are always saying what you won't do. How do you know if you've never been in that situation? Yeah, see, desperation will make people do things they normally wouldn't do. That's what Sam Champion saying. And it's a fact. So instead of us coming over here trying to understand what the woman's all about, you don't talk to them anyway. Most of us have never even come in contact, myself included. I've never met a bar girl before. I've never talked to one. I'm going strictly on reputation only. Only in Thailand, because we actually walked down Soy 6, did I actually see them, but I didn't talk to them. I don't know them. I didn't ask them their story and all of that. I don't even know if they would tell you anyway. But I know desperation has a lot to do with it. But most of us, most of the people watching this now, we've never met a bar girl before. So we don't know. We don't know her mannerisms, how I can tell a bar girl from a regular girl. All we doing is sitting back judging women. You don't know what a bar girl is. Yeah, R.R. Walk said you should not judge a Filipina just because of her past. There are women who are stuck in a job they don't want because of poverty, but when they find a man who's serious about the relationship, they make the change. Absolutely. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. But they're trying to make it look like I said, go out and marry a bar girl. I never said that. Why would I give you that information if I've never once had a conversation with a bar girl? Only from a distance. And that's the reason I made the video, because from a distance, they just look like regular Filipinos to me. The Global Vagabond says that's why you should make friends with local men. When you arrive in a foreign country, they will eventually tell you who the 304s are. Well, the women will tell you too. The women will tell you. They'll tell you eventually. I've learned so much being around Maryland, because we don't know the difference, guys. We can't tell the difference. When you look at women, you don't know that, but she may have had a lesbian relationship for years. The guy she's with doesn't know she had a lesbian relationship for years, or she had a foreigner before, or she was a bar girl before. You would never know it because they just look regular, like regular people. And why would you know it? You're coming from all the way overseas, but eventually it'll come out. People will tell you, and you'll be shocked. You'll be like, wow, I never saw that in her. He said, just like the movie Pretty Woman. He said, the Hebrew Israelite Institute of Divine Studies. I hope I said that right. Is it Israelite? Man, YouTube is hitting your videos and notifications for me for a while. Yeah, YouTube determines the Hebrew Israelite what videos you see, unless you just search them on your own. That algorithm they got. See, a lot of the channels that I helped get started, you only seeing them because I helped them. YouTube is not going to help you. YouTube is not going to help you at all. I mean, you're not going to be in. There's so many channels out there, you wouldn't believe it. At one time, I was ranked the 10,000th channel in the Philippines. I don't know what I am now. I'm not too much further up. I'm probably 5,000 or something. It's a lot of channels over here, but most of them you never hear about. You don't even know they're out there. There's a lot more than you could imagine. There's so many people walking around with cameras and cell phones trying to gain some traction on YouTube. And YouTube has a lot to do with it. But see, the things that I do for other channels, I don't see anybody else doing on a regular basis. And then when you do it for them, they take it for granted. They don't understand the help that you did them was so great. So they never say thank you. They never do anything really. It's hard to make it on YouTube, guys. And I'm not trying to discourage anybody. You ask anybody who didn't really receive any help, who was there from day one and had to scrap and scrape and keep shouting their message from the rooftop until they got somewhere near that 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch time hours, and then YouTube kind of pushes you out there. It's a struggle, man. And that's why YouTube uses that to sift people out. They say, okay, you want a YouTube channel? All right, then you got to deal with this. And a lot of people give up, man, because that's hard to do, man. 1,000 you may even get, but that 4,000 watch time hours, man, people have to be watching your channel around the clock. And how would they do that if they don't even know you're around? They don't even know you exist. They might stumble up on a video of yours, or somebody might share it on Facebook or something. Marvin said privileges favor the better start you have in life, the more the advantage you have. Oppression starts with the poor communities. Everybody's looking for a way out. Yeah, that's what that book is really saying. George Bush, if a black man had the same qualifications George Bush had, he could certainly have never thought about being the president. George Bush, he failed at everything he done. Business, but he was born into privilege. He was no smarter than you or me, but the privilege he was born into made him become, had a lot to do with him becoming the president of the United States. If he'd have grew up with the same intelligence he's got right now as the rich, powerful oil man that he is, he'd have had that same sense and grew up in the project, he wouldn't have made it any further than anybody sitting here watching these videos. And that's why you can't come over here pointing fingers and looking down on people, because you have nothing to do with where you were born and who you were born to. The wheel of life simply stopped and let you off wherever it did, favorable or unfavorable situations. Yeah, great point, man, right here. He said, you probably have had a conversation with a bar girl, you just didn't know. Yeah. But I mean, actually went to the bar and said, hey, and know that, you're a bar girl, and just try to get into her mind. And because you're right, I wouldn't know it. I don't know what makes her a bar girl, because she works in the bar, or is it her thinking, or is it mannerism? What happens when she leaves the bar? Does she bring the bar with her? I don't know. Frank Tate says, as men, we have to think about what we would do to feed our kids and keep a roof over our family's head. See, some guys sell drugs. Some guys rob banks. We do a lot of stuff, man, but all we do is sit back and judge people, Frank. You know that. We never really try to put ourselves in their shoes. I never really, unless you've been in that state of desperation, you couldn't possibly understand why people do things. You'll be like, well, what would make them do something like that? But I've been there before. Yeah. He said, if you see another 30, 40 foreigners in her Facebook profile and she doesn't work in a foreigner facing industry, that's a good red flag. Yeah, and that's one reason you don't want to deal with women who's already dealt with foreigners. They're just a problem. They're going to be a problem, man. And you're going to say, well, maybe it just didn't work out. Maybe they weren't compatible, but you're going to be compatible. you don't understand, man. To say something like that, you don't understand the dynamics, what goes on in a foreign or Filipino relationship at the beginning. Everything's on the table, man. I mean, because she knows that there's 1,000 more women out there. So, she's going to go all out, man. She's going to love hard. She's going to do whatever he asked her to do. It's going to be some damage, man, when that breaks up. And you're going to pay for it. You're going to be the one to pay for it. Because she's going to be so skeptical of you, man. Hey, Danny, thanks for that super chat. He said, I know firsthand how difficult it is to gain traction with starting a YouTube channel. You have helped me many, many times, and I'm forever grateful for it, Calvin. I've been on this journey for nearly 2.5 years now. Now, are you monetized yet, Danny? I think the last time you were on here, you said you hadn't reached your 4,000 watch time hours yet. And remember, he's been over 2.5 years, guys. But see, Danny's one of those people that the universe, when they say, okay, I'm gonna use this to sift you out. I'm gonna see how bad you really want something. And then pretty soon you keep on showing up. The universe says, well, there's no use. I might as well give Danny what he's asking for. And this is one of the instances right here. 2.5 years. A lot of people have given up, man. They say, there's no hope. I'm not gonna get monetized. I'm not gonna hit that threshold. But once you move over here to the Philippines and your videos are boots on the ground, your live stream or boots on the ground, you'll hit that 4,000. See, people don't realize, man, the Philippines has a lot to do with our success. Being here, I'm saying. I was on a live stream, believe it or not. Alex from Living Abroad, he had a live stream, was it yesterday or day before? There was 3 people on there. Then it went up to 8. I think the most people that was on there was like 15. And, I never brought that up. But I know what it is. He left the Philippines. He went to India. He was there, I guess it didn't work the way he thought it was. Now he's in Thailand. The best thing for him to do, if he really wants to get his YouTube channel back up and in a trajectory like it was going, because he was on a roll. He went from 3,000 to 20,000, the fastest of anybody I've ever seen. Myself included. It took me a long time to get to 20. He did it in 3 or 4 months, man. He was rolling. But it was all crickets when he left the Philippines, because the Philippines is the star. See? We love the Philippines. We love Filipinas. All you got to do is put Filipina. I won't do it anymore, though. I talk about them on live, but I won't make videos about that anymore. But on live, yeah, I will talk, because this is your live. All you got to do is put Filipina in your title, and you're going to get views. Every single video I made, I put Philippines in the title, because I have to. It's a word that YouTube tells me, their algorithm tells me gets the most views. Gleason Baker, thanks for that super chat. He said, hey, Calvin, I'm shooting for the end of this year after open enrollment. Oh, wow. I hear you. Oh, you mean after annual enrollment? With your Medicare. Gleason lives, where do you live, Gleason? My son lives in Raleigh, North Carolina. TJ says, has anyone in chat taken a cruise from Asia before? I've been thinking of taking my girl, and there are a few options that seem neat. That cruise out of Singapore, Manila, Thailand, and the ships are a mixed bag. I've seen them. Me and Merlin was thinking about taking one, but hell, then all of a sudden they disappeared, TJ. I know you leave for Manila though. Because if you go in, when you're in Dumaguete, when we go to get our to-go tickets, there's there's an advertisement for it. You leave out of Manila. He said, Bill Jones said, some of you guys need to budget $300 extra for your retirement with all these super chats, and you're worried about a Filipino taking your retirement. Well, believe it or not, man, it's just their way of showing support. And it's not like they do it on a daily basis. And trust me, I don't understand what type of statement that is, man. You know, you're hitting me under the belt. Hey, so no one's supposed to show me support? Maybe people think I'm helping them, Philip. I don't know. You tell me why you would make a statement like that. Did I create super chats? Why did they create super chats, Phil? You tell me that since you know everything. See, that's the kind of stuff that makes me mad. These guys are undercover haters, man. They get on here and they make statements like that. It's just a way for people. You don't have to worry about it. I'm not going to get rich. I already told you I earn a little bit under 30,000 altogether with YouTube and my insurance renewals. So you guys, y'all get a kick out of counting my bag. Hey, Road to the Philippines. Thanks for the super chat, Danny. He says, as of today, I currently have 3,143 watch time hours. Why don't you do live streams, Danny? That will get you there a whole lot quicker too, man. Robert Dame, thanks for that super chat. He said Kenny Rogers knew about Ruby taking her love to town. I don't get that, Robert. What is that? Explain that to me. Does anybody know what that's talking about? He said Kenny Rogers knew about Ruby taking her love to town. I don't get that. Oh, okay, he said 1 hour from there, Salisbury. Uh, 53 Shades Darker said, Danny, just being honest, my brother, I've looked at the channel and it was a little dry. Just spice it up with interesting subject that will keep people listening. Just trying to suggest, my brother. I would say do more live streams so people can get to know you and want to support you. They don't really know who you are. You come on my channel every now and then, but the best piece of advice, I can't remember who it was. Was it Jason Flint? It was a Jason somebody on my channel and said, Calvin, you need to do more live stream. People want to get to know you. It's very important. And it was one of the best pieces of advice I've ever taken. Because when people come over here, it's like they know me already. It's like I know them. Sam Champion said, Cal, you may be aware once the U.S. changes time next month, it's supposed to be permanent. And from then on, so Phil on the East Coast, U.S. will be 12 hours apart exactly. I'm so tired of these changes. Yeah, I didn't know that, Sam. Yeah, Danny's got a good channel. I don't know how he makes so many videos. He makes a ton of videos. But that's perseverance, and that's what you need on YouTube. And then I hate to break the bad news to you, but once you make it, you got to keep that 4,000 average. See, YouTube runs a 28-day cycle with your views, your watch time, hours, everything. No, you can't just make the 4,000 hours and then don't make any more videos and you're going to get, monetized forever. It doesn't work like that. The same with your views. You know, it's a running, you got to keep on making content. You got to stay active on YouTube, and they created it like that because at the end of the day, YouTube is the one getting rich, guys. Little guys like me, I'm on here because I like it. I like doing this. You know, it gives me something to do. I know I'm helping. I know I'm giving back. Okay. But for guys that they're just so interested in how much money I'm earning, like, dude, you know, you earn more money than me in America. Trust me, you do. And you know, I'm not uh apologizing for anybody, but when people throw those little cracks like that, look at guys like Andrew Tate. You know, I don't see you on his channel. This guy makes millions of dollars from super chats, PayPal, all kind of stuff, supporters all around the world. This guy makes millions and millions and millions of dollars, guys. I'm talking about millions. But nobody says anything to him. Let me get $100 in super chats and y'all have a damn fit. Y'all need to quit that, man. Really, y'all need to quit that. Y'all need to check yourself with that. And it's okay for guys like him and, you know, but my guy, don't let me get $100 in super chats. Have a damn fit, man. Come on. Frank takes it having a challenge, hard work. It is. We make it look easy, Frank. I know Lilibeth, your wife, I saw she has her 1,000 subscribers. I don't know if she has the watch time hours yet. You damn right it's hard work. But we make it look easy. But it's not, man. Okay. Try to make relevant content for 2 years every single day like I've done. See how easy that is. It's not easy, man, but I like it, so it comes natural to me. It's not work to me. I just talk about the things that I'm doing over here that worry people, that people are interested in. Sometimes I take risk and get out there and talk about other stuff. Yeah, but I mean, you know, even to bring that up on other channels, we're little channels, Philip. You know, YouTube made that for people. I was watching a football game one time, and I couldn't believe it because I'm naive to YouTube, okay? But like when Gleason and all these guys, they give me a 20, 30, you know, 9.99, it really shocks me. I'm really happy for it, right? Okay, regardless of what YouTube takes or anything like that, I'm really grateful for that. But I was watching a football game live one time, and man, the super chats this guy was getting, it's unbelievable. I'm like, wow, you know, but nobody is scrutinized more than foreigners with YouTube channels in the Philippines, man. Y'all need to stop that, man. Really, y'all do. Oh, okay, when Ken Rogers took Ruby, it was a Tuesday. I was on one of them, and another thing, I was on one of those manosphere channels. I told y'all about this. You talking about super chats? I promise you, this guy got more super chats in one. He was on. You see how I do my life getting ready to be over with. I spend about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. This guy was only on there maybe an hour, hour and a half. He had more in super chats than I get for my whole YouTube channel every month. And he was asking for support. Imagine if I did that on here. Man, people would have a fit, man. They'd have BR on me and everything. But this guy had thousands and thousands of dollars. He said, hey, I need 25 guys to step up right now for the cause. And, you know, and here you go. Boom, 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 boom. You know, because they support him. They support what he's doing. They can appreciate what he's doing. You know, they appreciate the hard work, the time and effort it takes. You guys over here, man, y'all don't appreciate it. You take it for granted. Wait till I go silent and there's no more Sunshine Shoulders on here. Then, you know, you don't miss something until it's gone, guys. I promise you that. You don't miss it till it's gone. Hey, York, Pennsylvania, thanks for that super chat. He says, thanks for what you have taught me. I can't wait to visit the Philippines when I retire in 4 months, man. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it, guys. I never take any of this for granted. But it gets under my nails, man, when people bring up money on little channels like ours, man. You know, it breaks my heart. I'm like, why are y'all so worried about that. It boggles my mind, especially when I know these guys are. I know they know the Andrew Tates, the Kevin Samuels, the guys who just are just phenomenal successes on YouTube. But it's so much easier to pick on somebody like me. I don't get it, man. But thank you, brother. I appreciate it. He says, hang in there, Danny. You'll get there. He will. Yeah, I remember, John. He said me and Haitian government had a shootout in Super Chats when there was a typhoon. I remember that. And Sam McCall, man, I know he's back home. Gil Bellamy says your information is valuable. Thanks, man. You know, I'm glad that people can appreciate what I'm trying to do. Hey, what's up, Sam? I know you back in the United States now. Oh, okay. He says he's booked on that NCL cruise in November. What is that itinerary, Sam, if you don't mind telling us? He said haters gonna hate. He says, Cal, I know you work hard, then you make it appear you busy as hell. No, I'm really not. The only time I'm on my channel a lot is when on my on my live streams. Guys, I promise you, I go to bed at night with something on my mind, and then I'll wake up and do a video about it. And it's, you know, if it's 10 minutes long, that's all I spent during the day. Michael Alexander, thank you, brother. He said, we love you and support you, man. I appreciate it, man. Philip Jones says, I'm not picking on you. Thanks for that super chat, Phil. No, I didn't say that, but when you bring stuff up like that, you may not be picking on me, but people take that and run with it. It's already, you know, out here that I'm living some extravagant lifestyle over here. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? I don't even know who would even care about that. Come over here and you can do the same thing. But I'm not going to apologize. Oh, okay. Sam says it's been on 10 cruises, before COVID, have not been on the Jewel, been on the NCL line before a great line. Glad it departs from Manila, can take my woman. Yeah. See, that's the one I must have saw. He said that's the first super chat I've ever sent. And thank you, man. It's just the way that YouTube comes up for people to show their support. There's other ways. You can watch my advertisements all the way through. You can watch my videos. You can just come on my live stream. You can hit the like. You can share my videos. You know, it's just so many ways, but YouTube is the boss, not me. They're the trillionaires, not me. Market Focus says, I love Danny's New Year's Eve video. Brad Bassett said, welcome, Jones. What's that? What's he talking about? But yeah, if I was Danny, I'd do more. He said, I would do live streams, man, because people don't know you. Just let them know you know, just get on there and that will build up your watch time hours. Marvin said, Calvin, don't worry about these individuals. You deserve everything you get and more. Nobody wants to do the things you do. So keep going and stay positive and don't worry about the negative people. Yeah, that's what I do, Marvin. You know, I'm a human being. And, you know, you would think after 2 years, people would know me already. I'm not running a scam, guys. There's so many people who can bear witness to who I am and what I'm doing over here. It's not like I got millions of dollars, you know, hidden away somewhere or something like that. It's not. All the money I got, I spent it. I spent it on my house. I spent it on my family here. I spent it living the life that I always dreamed about living. I've got about 2,500 that I never touch. That's for emergencies. But other than that, I probably got $1,000 in the bank. You don't have to worry about me, man. And worrying about me is not going to do you any good. But thank y'all so much for your super chats, your super stickers, your thumbs up, all of your support for Sunshine Shoulders. Watch for my next video, man. It's time that we update this old story. We're not over here taking care of taking advantage of poor, innocent women over here. We are no longer the perpetrators. We are the victims now, and I got proof. I'm going to show you, okay? We're going to flip the script, man, but I need y'all to help me. I'm going to need y'all to tell y'all stories, man, to anybody that'll listen if something's went astray over here on you, okay? Because these women over here, these are grown-ass women. These aren't babies we're coming to see. They're 100% all in. It's all consensual, okay? And nobody's being taken advantage of but us. So take care, everybody. Stay safe, stay COVID-free. I'll see you next time.